crafty friends, it's Tracie, aka Nanner Banana. And today we are going to make some fun bookmarks for our Sunbonnet Sue journals using some old cross-stitch patterns. So I'm just going to go through and pick out ones I think would look cute for Sunbonnet Sue, cut out the strips, and this is a book that was used to embroidery like hand towels, that sort of thing. So I'm going to come in and cut some of these out, and I will back them on some cardstock, sew around them, put an eyelet in and some ribbon, and these will be done. So not a real hard make, but maybe give you an idea of how to use some of your old cross-stitch pattern books, or I know when you go to yard sales, thrift stores, that sort of thing, you can get these very inexpensively, and it might be something you want to start picking up to utilize in your junk journals. Hope everybody had a great day. We're halfway through the week. That's exciting. It's gone fast, that's for sure. Right. Forgot to bring my trash can over, so I will just set my trash off to the side. All right. I think these little ducks look really cute and something that you might see Sunbonnet Sue with. I'm going to do those, and then there's another set over here, or I could do Be Our Guest. That's kind of cute, and that looks kind of Sunbonnet Sue-ish, so let's go ahead and choose those guys. The dangle tassels that I started, I should say, they're not complete, yesterday's video. I just want to thank everybody that took time to watch that. I know that wasn't the best quality video. I always think I can get so much more done in the time I have than what I can, but at least I was shocked and surprised that I was able to get 6 tassels out of one of those little packs of trims and stuff like that. So I was happy about that, but definitely got them assembled. They're all assembled now. I just need to work on getting them, get like beads on them and little things like that. Let's see. So we've got there's a square, there's a square, that's like 2 squares worth, and that's like 2 squares worth, but it's not centered. There's center. All right, I knew there was a way to figure out center on these, because there's a little mark right there, and I want these to be the exact same size without having to overthink it too much. I'm just going to line that up and cut these with my scissors. I'm really enjoying this series of journals. I love quilting, quilts, and anything vintage. I love material and fibers, that sort of thing. So this series has really been right up my alley. All right, I've got Country Kitchen, and then I've got some little people here. Here's a Sunbonnet Sue with ducks. I definitely want to do this one. Let me do that one real quick. So I've got 6 journals in process. I have the covers done, the outside covers done, the inside covers are complete, all the signature papers are pulled, trimmed, they're assembled but not sewed in yet. And then you've seen all the embellishments we've made so far. Lots more embellishments to come because I want these to have a lot of things in them. But I am in the comments, if you guys watch the video and don't mind leaving an answer to this specific question in the comments, I would really appreciate it. Do you want me to film sewing in the signatures to at least one of the journals, so we have that as part of the playlist for the series for anyone that's following along or think in the future they might want to make one? Or is that something you don't need to see? You know how to do it. I've already filmed with the Raggedy Ann and Andy series sewing in signatures, and that's good enough. It's in the tutorial playlist as well as Raggedy Ann and Andy. So it's in the tutorial playlist where you could always go find how to sew signatures into a curved spine. Let me know what you would like to see me do. It doesn't even have to be, you know, just sewing in 3 signatures once all the signature pages are trimmed down, ready to go. Literally, you're just sewing them in. It's not going to be a long video, but let me know what you think. And I will take that to heart and base my decision on whether I film that or not based on your comments. That would help me so much in making that decision. Because if I don't do it, that's another day I have to film making an embellishment. So I guess that's, if you're wondering, well, why wouldn't you do that? What's the pluses or minuses? That would be an example of what would make me think, don't film it. Everybody knows how to do it. If they don't, they can go to the tutorial playlist and see how to sew signatures into a curved spine. However, it does, by filming it, make, if someone clicks on the Sunbonnet Sue series, every single thing you need to know how to do is in one spot, which is nice too. So I can see both sides of it. And maybe it's one of those things this weekend, I put one up and do more than one video in the day. And that way it's there if someone needs it, and if not, no big deal. Okay, I need to find a couple more pages. This has got some more little people on it that's kind of cute. And then I could cut the ducks out on this side. So I think I'll do that one. That gets us to the 6 journals. And then I need to make a couple extras for my giveaway. And I always like to keep a set for myself. That way I have a journal. Basically, it's like an ideals journal of everything I've done each month. That way, 1, it can inspire me, or 2, I don't constantly repeat the same things over and over. Is my thought process on that. Okay, so we've got the sheep. I definitely like those. That's going to probably be the only thing I can use on that one. This happy home is cute, so we'll do that. Let's see if that gives me the ones I need for the journals. Yep. And then I can go through and cut some out for the kits, because there are several still in here, and make those up. The kits, I'm just waiting to get 2 or 3 more embellishments out and kitted up for the kit, and then those are going to be up for sale. Okay, happy new home. Oh, we've got some alphabet. All right, I guess we'll do happy new home. Put my glasses back down. I work in an office, and it's funny, we're all in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and there's a few exceptions. There's a few younger people, but not many. And we all have readers, And I just would love to know the statistics on how much time of our day is spent putting these things on top of our head, back down, on top of our head, back down, or in our pockets and back on our eyes. I remember when I first needed readers, it was so annoying. It took some of the joy out of reading until I got used to them, but now I'm used to them. I don't even think about it. I just always have a pair either on top of my head or something, and then I have a pair in every room of the house, and at work I've got 4 or 5 pairs in my drawers in case I misplace a pair. Because I don't need glasses to see, but I do for reading up close now, that's for sure. Alright, I just love these little sheep. Aren't those cute? They are so adorable. You guys, I have been watching the Brass Twig Khadijah paint paper play. If you've not found her channel yet, I will link it below. You need to go check her out. She does lots of neat hauls, so like things that you don't even know that are out there to look for, stuff like that. You see a lot of bolo books, things like that. But she showed off some of her journals that she's in process making. And one of them is a Pippi Longstock journal. And I absolutely loved it. And I had a Pippi Longstock book. It's not in near as good a shape as hers. So I'll have to put some like corners on it, metal corners on it, because the corners are not in that great a shape. And then where the spine had been repaired, one of the P's, like the first P of Pippi's name, is not real legible. So I've got to decide how I'm going to work around that. But I'm going to make one as she's making hers and shares different things. But I've got it taken apart. I've got pages set aside for signatures, pages set aside for making ephemera, and then getting ready to do the spine work for it. And I'm going to use some reproduction vintage feed sack fabric to do the spine. I'm excited about that, though. I spent a little time after work working on that, and I wish the book was in a little bit better shape than what it is, but I can't wait to see how it looks when it's all done, giving it some new life. And I've seen how Carla Frizzell and Maddie, when there's a spot on a book that's needing covered up for one reason or the other, how they'll use material or like fabric washi tape to do that. So I think I'm going to try that, and I might try scanning the name and use one of the lowercase p's at the front too to cover like where the big P is. And like I said, it's not legible, so it's not, I'm going to have to put fabric partly over that, but then I could make that lowercase p, put it on back and on some chipboard, and then add it to the cover. And I think that would actually look okay. So I think that's going to be my workaround. And this is just going to be a journal for myself, I think. I don't think it'll be one. Or I might make it and give it to my sister, because she has a dog that she named Pippi Longstockings. It's a griffin. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of those dogs, but they're so ugly, they're cute. It's one of those kind of dogs. And of course, my sister, that'd probably hurt her feelings if she heard me say that, so hopefully it doesn't, because I think Pippi's great, and she knows that. But I definitely would describe her. She's so ugly, she's cute. Okay, let's see if I've got my 6 plus 2 extras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. Let's see if there's any more here. Oh yeah, I forgot this one right here. Perfect. And then I still have enough to use to make some for the Sunbonnet Sue kits that I will be selling soon. That's something else I wouldn't mind having some feedback on. I can either put those kits over on my Ko-Fi, that's what I did with the Raggedy Ann and Andy ones, or I can do a live video and sell them in real time. And if there's any that don't sell, then they would be there for people to watch on the replay and then email me to let me know they're interested. I don't know which way you guys would prefer. Ko-Fi in some ways is the easiest because you just go there, and my downside for using Ko-Fi though is they hold your money for almost 30 days. And I mean, that's fine, but I don't understand, I guess, exactly why that's the case. I think what they're doing is they want to make sure that the person that purchases an item from your Ko-Fi store gets their item before the money is released to you. So basically, once they go in and, or the tracking, because you have to put tracking information in as well on Ko-Fi. So once that tracking information goes in, and then they show that it's been delivered, then your money gets released. But that's sort of a, I might need to check into Etsy. I don't know if Etsy operates that way or if it operates differently. But I'm still learning as I go here, and I'm sure there'll be a little bit of a learning curve as I go. Hopefully not too big of a learning curve, but we will just see. Okay. Has that got an edge all the way around it? No, it doesn't, but I could make one pretty easily. Just cut it down a little bit more and I can get so much more out of my paper. I think that's probably my best bet. So we'll go back and cut some more down. And I've got green and brown. I don't know which colors I want to use. That's sort of not very cheerful. I don't think that's it. That's not it. I was thinking like I've got the blue, the yellow, the green. Could do 2 of each color. That might look good. And they're nice and bright. And then we've got pink. A pink one, and there's a purple one. 2. I've already pulled colors for some other ones. Let's see here. I think that's what we'll go with, are those colors. And I'm going to cut them down so I can use them horizontally. Let's see how much I need to cut off. Looks like 180. Yeah, so 4 squares, 2 on each end. Something nice with these having grids, it makes this part easy. Ooh, careful, Tracie. Now this one might be a problem because I don't want to cut into the animal. I could do 3 on one end, cut off a little bit of the tail, and 1 over here and have it be at the nose area. Excuse me for coughing, my goodness. I've been taking my allergy medicine, so doing everything I can. Did you guys watch Maddie's live today at her lunch hour where she was showing her Goodwill bins haul? It was really good. You'll have to check that out as well. I enjoyed it. Lots and lots of really neat books. And tomorrow I have a thrift haul where I have found some really neat books as well. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. As most of you guys know, I live in Indiana, and I was watching a live and found out that, because I've only ever gone to the Goodwill bins in Greenwood, Indiana, but I guess there are some up in Indianapolis as well. So I think I might do a search and find out where those are, and maybe do that for a little while this weekend. See if my mom wants to go. She enjoys getting out and looking at stuff, so she might want to do that as well. And if she doesn't feel like she's up to that, then I will just go by myself. Okay, sorry that took so long, guys. I just want to make sure they're the right size for the project. Now then, let me see how big these are so I know how big to cut the strips. Are they all the same width? Didn't even check that. Guess the main thing is find the one that is the tallest. There's one here that I need to cut down, it looks like. It's above by one grid mark. Oh, is that one lower? No, I think we're okay. So whatever this is the size. It's just a hair over 2 inches. So, is the right thing to do make them exactly 2 inches, which is cutting 2 squares off this way on some of them, or not? I think that's what we're going to do. We can keep our measurements easy. Alright guys, so I don't absolutely bore you out of your minds. I am going to pause the video, finish getting these cut, and I will be right back. Let me pause this. Okay, I've got those all cut out, and now I'm going to start gluing them down to the cardstock here before we cut them out. I would recommend using a glue stick to glue these down with, with the paper being thinner on the thinner side. I think if you use any other kind of glue, it's going to cause a waviness within the paper. All right. I'm going to sew around these too. This glue I'm using, I picked it up by accident. I thought I was getting permanent glue, but it's not. It is repositionable. So I definitely don't want to waste it. I want to use it, but I will want to. Oh, I never even thought with those being ducks, that should have been on the yellow. It's repositionable. Let's see. Let's see if the claims are real. Can we pull it right up? We sure can. Looky there. Yay. Wouldn't that be cute? Yellow for the ducky ones. Alright. Well, that worked out really good. I was sorry I bought this, but it's came in handy in this situation. I've got some of the good stuff coming though, some Yoo-hoo. I just hate spending that much money on glue. I wish there was more economical choices that did a good job. But with these being journals I'm selling, I think it's important to use glue you trust and have no doubt is going to hold for years to come, if not forever. And like I said, I'll be sewing around these, so it will not be an issue. All right. One thing nice about this Creative Memories trimmer I have, it's got a little guard here that lets you see exactly where it's going to cut, and it allows you to get more precise cutting and measurements. I really like that about it. I used to sell Creative Memories back in the day, but I don't anymore. But I still have some stuff from when I did sell it. I have a lot of the cardstock and things like that that I try to use with my junk journals to use it up, and because it's good quality stuff. I just found that people don't scrapbook like they used to. Which I don't either. I junk journal. I'd say that's how companies like that are, what they may have to start going to is maybe not completely, but have products that can work for multi-discipline crafts, you know, instead of just having one or the other. Okay, let's see here. Put that one up. Over a little bit. I need to reach out though to a lady I know that still sells this and get a new blade, because this is not a self-sharpening blade. My trimmer I had from Friskers, that's for using for like cutting bigger volumes of paper all at once, it took a nosedive and jump tracks. My brother fixed it, but it's just not doing like it should. So I'm either going to have to decide if I want to invest in another one or not. It's nice when you're doing a lot of journals all at once to be able to cut multiple pages, but when that's not on sale, I want to say that's like $140 some, and I just don't think it's worth it. I've had that issue before with it where it jumps the track and I end up having to have him fix it. So it's obviously a flaw in the design, in my opinion. Do you guys have a favorite trimmer that you use and are real happy with? Any feedback I would appreciate. I know I would like to find another one that I could cut multiple pages with a self-sharpening blade. if it was here, I could hand this off to her. She loves cutting paper with this trimmer. She's really enjoying junior high. 2 weeks in. She said it's a lot different, but she's enjoying it. I remember when I started junior high, I was so nervous, but it seemed like after about a week, you get used to everything, all the changes, and the new wears off, and you just settle in. That's good. All right, move this out of the way. There, and I don't need this anymore. I do need my sewing machine. Pull that up. And I am just going to do a straight stitch. So that'll be a 1, and I'll do 3.5 length and 3.5 width. In this case, it doesn't matter. We're just doing length. So this project is an example of where if you've got a book and you like the images in it, how you can cut them out and use them to do things like make these bookmarks like I am, or a journal card, turn them into tags, that sort of thing. And then just by sewing around them and backing them, it really elevates what you've got and makes it look more like a finished embellishment. And then of course when you put the ribbon on and all that fun stuff, you could always put a little bulb hook with some beads on it to decorate it up. Or if you don't want to use an eyelet and put ribbon in it, you could do like the whale tail tabs. That would look good too. There's one done. I don't know if you guys can see how that sewing around that made that look really nice. And then I'll put an eyelet here and put my ribbon on. I'm actually going to pause you guys again so I can get these sewed, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. I've got these all sewed, and now the next step is going to be putting an eyelet in the top. So I'm going to decide which direction I want these to go and then add an eyelet to each one. Alright, those are pretty simple. Now on this one, we got to decide do we want it up and down like that or like this. I think we'll do it like that. All right, so let's get our eyelets. Do we want to do? Got all the colors, so I might as well just stay color coordinated, right? Luke, that's enough, please. Is that the color? Yes, it is. Just that. Boy, guys, it is really coming down. It is raining. And I don't think I have pink, so I'll probably do white on the pink ones. Alright. I do have yellow. I will definitely do yellow. we go. We need the big hole. Just use one at a time here. And I can fix this. This is my crocodile to where everyone will come down exactly the same. And I want to make sure I'm not hitting any stitches when I do this. And there we go. This one done. And then, if you've never used one of these, this is the part that goes into the good side of the eyelet, and then this goes on top and squeeze, and there you go. Just adds a nice finishing touch to these. Let me move these up. I'm going to punch a hole in all of them. Since I set my guide, I don't have to worry about how far down I'm going to put the hole in. It's already been determined, and I can just quickly punch my eyelet hole in. When do most of you guys do your junk journaling? Are you guys late night junk journalers, weekend junk journalers, in the morning, just whenever you have time? I pretty much do it whenever I have time. Journal quite a bit. Especially now that I have a YouTube channel. You know, before I had the YouTube channel, I would say I was more of the weekend and maybe do an hour or so in the evenings on the work nights. But I definitely do more now than I did. If you have arthritis really bad in your hands, they make a crocodile big bite. You might try that as well. I know I have rheumatoid arthritis. Mine hasn't gotten horrible or anything yet, so I'm lucky there. But at times when it's flared up, I'll use my big bite instead of this one, because this requires a bit more hand strength than the big bite. It operates on like a leverage system. But I would recommend both of the tools. I like the big bite too, if you're only going to get one though, because it helps you with putting in signatures. Again, it can hurt your hands when you're using an awl if your hands have arthritis in them, and the big bite does all that for you, so that's kind of nice. I think I'm going to get out some of my reproduction feed sack fabric to tear and make strips to put use it like ribbon and tear it. I think that'll look good. I just love these little ducks. They are so cute. I wish there had been more of them. It would have been nice to have enough to do the whole journal with all of them, to have a little duck in it instead of the different ones. The sheep are cute, and the Sunbonnet Sue is cute, but I think the ducks are my favorite. Okay, got that in there, we do. Final one. I can find my little eyelet. Let's see it. See that part? Don't see the other part. Well, I guess I'll grab another one. Oh, look at it. Right there it is. It's sticking to, is it like magnetized? Is that what's happened? Yep, that's exactly what's happened. It's magnetized. Look at that. Did not know that these were magnetized. Interesting. Learn something new. Okay, so let me get my reproduction fabric here. I think that will add a nice look. These are the pieces I have. That'll be used on that Tippy book, so I don't want to use that one. Oh, these are so pretty, aren't they? So, so pretty. All right. Let's decide which one we want to use on the yellow. I don't think this is a reproduction fabric, so I'm not going to use that. I think it's just a free gift and cute fabric, but not a reproduction. All right, I think I'm going to use this. And let's see, how long do I want to do it? Keep it this way. I'm going to do 1/2 inch, I think would be good. I love tearing fabric. What about you guys? Do you like tearing fabric? So I made this 1/2 inch wide. We'll see what we think of that. Some of the other things I'm wanting to make with this material are some fabric pockets for the journals. And I was kind of hoping, I should have looked to see how long these little pieces were. I was thinking I could make some ruffles with them, but I don't know if that's going to work or not. Okay, of course the colors I want are showing up on that side, not this side. So let me take that out of there and do that again. So I put it through the back. I need to put it through the front to get the pretty part of the material to show the most in the front. cute. I like it. Now then, do I leave it long? Do I tie it in a bow? Let's see, what do we think? Or do I just trim it? I think we're just going to trim it. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to pause you again and finish putting these together, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I've got those put in. Let me know what you think. I think these will be cute in the journals. They're not a showstopper piece, but I think they will add a lot of vintage charm, especially with the reproductive feed sack fabric on there. What do you think? Don't forget to keep it cute, keep it crafty, and keep making something out of nothing. Bye.